Hello, in this video I will walk you through how to use the Google Drive connector within a Makyo app. The Google Drive connector allows you to manage a Google Drive account directly from Makyo to create files, folder, and to handle all of those items. So we will go through three different actions: the create file, the create folder, and the share file nodes in Makyo. So first, let's start with the create file. You can see that we have a simple Google Drive create file node. We have connected already our account, which is a OAuth, typical authentication with your Google Drive account. We have also selected the folder in which we want to create the file. So you can either use the ID of the folder and paste it here, or you can use the dropdown to select a folder, and you can search as well to find a folder that is nested in another folder. Then we will define the file name of the new file we want to create with some plain text combined with some dynamic data from the repeater in which this item is. We also define the MIME type of the document. Here we will just keep it as a plain text, and it will create a Google document. And we will keep the content empty for now. So let's test it. And we can see that we get a successful result with an ID, the MIME type as output, and the name of the file and the URL of the file. So we will keep the ID, we will copy it because it will be useful in the following of this video. So let's check in Google Drive, and we can see indeed that the file was just created automatically in our Google Drive folder. So let's go back, and now we will move on to create folder. So here we have a Google Drive create folder node. We have the same credentials. We have a folder selected, which is the same folder. That's where we will create our new folder, and we have a folder name. So let's test it. And indeed, we see it was successful. When we check in Google Drive, we see indeed that a new folder was just created. So now let's move on to the last part, which is the share file. So here what we need to do is to provide a file ID that will be used to modify this file from Makyo. So we will use the ID that we just copied from the first step of this video, which was the first file that we created. And then when we test it, we see a successful result. And when we check, we see indeed that the file we created previously is now shared. And if we check the file information details, we can indeed see that we just shared this file with access to anyone with the link. And the link of the download URL is provided in Makyo as well, so you can retrieve it automatically after this action. All right, so we went through three different patterns that you can use with Google Drive. Of course, there are many more. They are typically about creating files, uploading files, listing files. You can move them as well, share the files, and you can delete files and handle permissions. So this is what you can do with Google Drive in your Makyo automations.